Hello there guys, it's me, Wisely, and welcome to a new episode of Vengeance High Class Build together with my Necromancer. And yes, as you can see on his skill buttons, the skill on her skill buttons rather, the skill has been changed. So last time we have our pure summoning, pure necromancer skill, and now we have our support necromancer skill. So how is this goes? So I'm gonna show you the attributes first, the base stats of this character. So we have strength 0, dexterity 0, intelligence 8, and vitality 112. So right now we have our 0 damage because we don't have any weapons right now, and so with the defense, 1 defense and 0 magic resistance. So right now we have our maximum life of 482, maximum mana of 74, accuracy of 85%, attack speed 115%, critical hit chance 15%, critical hit damage 150%, evasion 0%, and movement speed 120% because of our buff potions. So with our base skill points that we have, so on our base skill points we have our skeleton warrior that has a Skeleton Warrior 5/20 that right now that can consume 45 mana, that has 22 damage and 270 health. And so with our Dark Sentence 11/20 that deals 80%, that consumes 65 mana, that deals 80% of weapon damage as physical damage, and also reduce the elemental resistance of fire, ice, and poison by negative 30%, or 30% rather, because yeah, reduce, and so with the negative it will be a positive. So yeah, reduce the resistance of fire, ice, and poison by 30%. And so we have our Skeleton Archer 5/20 that consumes 70 mana, that has 29 damage and 210 health. And last, our last summon skill, Gift of Death, or also known as Skeleton Mage, that has 75 that consumes 75 mana, that has 11 damage and 150 health. So, and our supporting abilities, right now we have our Unity of Elements, because it increases the magic resistance of allies, yeah, by for 120 seconds. So it increases the magic resistance of 26%, but it consumes 82 mana. So, and also we have our healing ability for our allies as well, Meditation, for 3 seconds, that heals 366 life and also consumes 108 mana. So that's our skill for our support, base skill points for our support. I forgot. Support necromancer. And so we have our equipments as well. Of course, the equipments are still the same as last time. We have our Vengeance high class build with Necromancer, but to those who didn't know, I'm gonna show you. So we have our Caldum Silence plus 15 that has 20 intelligence on its rune slot. Of course, we have Caldum Sign plus 15 that has 20 intelligence on its rune slot. So keep in mind, when you equip the 2 Taldom's Incarnation, you will receive +3 to Skeleton Warrior skill. Of course, we have our Taldum Silence, another ring, but with 20 vitality on its rune slot. So, of course, when you equip 3 Taldom's Incarnation, you will receive another +3 to Skeleton Archer skill. So, next up we have our Soul Collector +15 that has a 20 vitality on its rune slot. And so we have our Taldom's Dominion +15 with 20 vitality on its rune slot. So, on completing or equipping 4 Taldom's Incarnation, you will also receive +3 to Gift of Death skill. And so we have our Resurrection 1 +20 that has 20 intelligence on its rune slot. And so by equipping 2 Gloomy Union, you will receive +4 to Gift of Death skill. And so we're going to our legendary slot with our first Boots Walkers +15. Of course, yeah, that has a 37.5 arm defense and 25 to dexterity. Of course, we have our Dams Offering +15. Yeah, Dams Offering as our gloves. King of Dead's Amulet +15 as our amulet. Of course, amulet. So, and of course, we have our Voodoo Magic Mask +15 as our helmet. And last but not the least, Indivisible Evil +15 as our shoulders. So, that's our inventory for our support Necromancer build. So we have our new stats right now, from base stats to 0 to strength, dexterity 25, intelligence 151, and vitality 243. 46 to 70 attack damage, 313.5 defense, and 15% magic resistance. Of course, we have our maximum life of 1000, maximum mana of 968, accuracy 85%, attack speed 115%, critical hit chance 17.5%, critical hit damage 155%, evasion 24.5%, movement speed 160%. Yeah, the last stats. Of course, we have our from base skill points of our skill. We have our Skeleton Warrior 11/20 that has a that consumes 75 mana, that deals 46 damage, that has 450 health. So keep in mind 11/20, so I can summon 2 Skeleton Warriors. Of course, we have our Dark Sentence 14/20 that deals 95% weapon damage as physical damage and reduces the resistance of fire, ice, and poison by 36%. And also a Skeleton Archer that consumes 100 mana, that deals 59 damage, and that has 330 health. So of course, I can also summon 2 Skeleton Archers because I have skill points of 11/20. And so with the Gift of Death, that consumes 135 mana, that can deals that also deals 51 damage and has 330 of health. So of course, two skeleton mages or leeches for because of skill points of 11/20. And so the unity of elements are still there, 20/20. And so the meditation 18/20. So that's our support Necromancer of this Vengeance high class build. And so that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching Vengeance RPG and Heretic Gods every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So make sure to subscribe. Ideas and suggestions, let me know in the comments, and we'll see you guys on the next video, and have a good day.